Breaking news, the Chicago Bears signed defensive back Jason Stanley, a former wide receiver who turned defensive back and went undrafted in 2019. To make room for Stanley, the Bears have placed Dozier on the injured reserve. What up, guys? Swifty here covering everything Chicago Bears. I have some interesting stories about Jason Stanley and how he fits on our roster, as well as what Dozier's loss means for the offensive line and the right guard spot specifically. So let's get into it. First, I want to talk about defensive back Jason Stanley, the newest member of the Chicago Bears. There are quite a few interesting tidbits to talk about here. Stanley is 25 years old and has bounced around a few different teams since entering the league as an undrafted free agent in 2019 and landing with the Atlanta Falcons. Stanley was a wide receiver in high school and college and was always more known for his speed and to prepare for the NFL. He said that Coach Smart taught him the best way to get on the field was special teams. So he played all four phases of special teams at Georgia. He is also blazing fast. His 4.37 40 time doesn't even do him justice. McCole Hardman of the Kansas City Chiefs was another teammate of his at Georgia, and they raced frequently. Hardman is on record multiple times saying Stanley is faster than him. He also scored a 7.81 on the RAS score and has nice athleticism and good size at 6'1", 210 pounds. Now, don't get too excited. He isn't a wide receiver anymore, but his position doesn't matter. He was brought in purely for his special teams work. Possibly his friendship with Fields as well, but this is a guy who plays every phase of special teams and has 4.3 speed and wants to play in the NFL. This isn't a move that changes much this season, but continues to show that Ryan Poles is attacking the entire roster. Offense, defense, and special teams. What about Dozier and the offensive line? In a tragic story, Dozier was injured during last Tuesday's minicamp. He was carted off the field, and it was believed to be a serious injury. Today's move confirms that. A lot of speculation that it could be a torn ACL. Prayers go out for Dozier. I did a breakdown on him before the NFL draft and said he was a veteran NFL guard who wouldn't get you killed if forced into the starting lineup. I don't believe he has a ton of upside, but he was a solid backup and depth piece at a position where we lack an established starter. I'm on record saying I think Zachary Thomas is going to win the right guard job, and I still stand by that assessment. Recently, it was Dozier and Sam Mustipher splitting reps at right guard, though, so this currently puts Sam Mustipher in position to be our starting right guard heading into training camp. I don't think he stays there, but it kind of seals the deal on me having to do a Mustipher breakdown before camp. I will get started on that soon. I think the job is still between Zachary Thomas and Jatari Carter. There's an outside chance that Larry Borum or Tevin Jenkins could be moved to right guard, but I don't see it yet. Reports are that Dozier might have tore his ACL. If that is the case, his season is over. I think it's possible we could bring in another veteran for the offensive line. But just like the tackle spot, I think the coaches want to see what these young guys can do once we get the pads on. This does change the dynamic a little bit for the right guard spot, though. It is something we will have to continue to monitor throughout training camp. Nothing to freak out about yet. Most fans would have panicked if Dozier ever ended up starting, but he was a nice depth piece who could play in this league. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please hit that like button for me, and until next time, bear down.